As a child, all I did was dream. I dreamed that the days would never end. I dreamed that I someday would be a star. All I ever did was dream. That's all I did was dream. When I played a game, I would win. Even if I lost, I could just pretend. All I did was dream. I could fly away, soar like an eagle. All I did was dream. So don't stop dreaming. Keep dreaming. I don't think so. Don't stop dreaming. Keep dreaming. Don't stop dreaming. You can reach the highest mountain. All you gotta do is keep on believing. Whatever you do, don't stop dreaming. Keep dreaming. You can reach the sky. Take wings of an eagle and fly away. Whatever you want, you can do in life. All you gotta do is keep on dreaming. Don't stop dreaming. Don't stop dreaming. Keep on dreaming. Don't stop dreaming. You can fly so far away in your mind. Whatever you do, don't stop dreaming. Whatever you do, don't stop dreaming. I can see your child coming home. I can see the marriage working. You're not alone. I can see you in your brand new house. Don't stop dreaming. Whatever you do, dare to dream. Don't stop dreaming. Dream on. She's a very kinky girl. The kind who don't take home to mama. She will never let your spirits down. Once you get her off the street, oh girl. She likes the boys and
Hi guys, Christina Delagarza here. Joining me is Uram Cha, who is through to the final three in the women's Pro 9 ball division. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you have taken down some really top players, number 2 and number 4 ranked, Monica Webb and Gerda Hofstetter, and just recently today, Vivian Villarreal. So how do you feel about your chances of winning this tournament?
Uh, on winner side, I was earlier. I lost against Allison, so
But that was a close match, right? What was your
yeah,
score?
I was winning 7-6, but I don't know later what happened. I lost. That's it. I remember, and also I want to revenge her.
You want revenge on
So
Allison?
yeah.
Great. Well, you are one of the women that competes in a lot of the men's events, and you've beat one of our challengers tonight, Shane Van Boening, in Vegas, and most recently you beat Thorsten and your coach, Charlie Williams. How did it feel to beat your coach?
Oh, against Shane, the match was most unforgettable match, you know, in my life.
Well, how about when you beat Charlie, somebody that teaches you so much, and you were able to beat him in a major tournament? How did that feel?
Actually, it's uncomfortable playing with against Charlie because he know very well about me, so I don't like it, you know. Anyway, so when I beat when I beat him, it's more happier, more excited
Do
more
you get
than
more
when I
nervous when you
beat
play the men?
person. Yeah.
Okay. Then when you play the women?
Really, I love to play with the men, so that's make me, play more better like that. More challenge.
Good. Well, it's certainly showing in your game. You're doing very well so far. So congratulations and good luck tomorrow. And we'll be streaming the women's matches tomorrow, starting at 7 o'clock, and then the finals will be at 9 o'clock. So come back for that and stay tuned at 8 o'clock right now. We're going to be starting the men's event. Thanks. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Well, that was a very fine interview with Yuram Chow.
I was there when she played Shane Van Boening. I'll tell you what, he was ready to quit pool after he lost her, but she put it on him at the end, Joey.
Well, she played good pool.
She played real good, but she kept running out.
Well, that's what it takes, and I see we've got two champions right here that we're going to be witnessing a great match here, a challenge match, a race to 15, 10 ball. You have a pick in this match?
Before we do that, because this match can go either way, first of all. I like this match because these are two current champions. These are two guys, Joey, that have a chance in this big 10-ball tournament that's going on this week. Probably the best player in the United States today. I think even his peers would say that. He's probably the number one man in the U.S. today and has been for the last year or two. And the number one player in the Philippines. These are the guys that are the most feared players in their country. Dennis is 30 years old. Shane is 25. They're in the primes of their career. Now, as far as this match, Joe, I'm going to talk to you just like I was handicapping it. If they were playing a long match for money, like 10 ahead or something like that, I'd have to like Dennis in this spot. But the fact that it's a race as opposed to an ahead match, and they're playing in the USA, I'm gonna give the nod a little bit to Shane in this match. What do you think?
Well, I was privy to some conversation that were going on amongst the Pinoys, and Dennis has come to play, and Dennis has come to win. And Jay, I'll tell you what, just for a little friendly rivalry, I'd be interested.
Easy, Joe, easy.
Well, yeah, I won't hurt you too
How
bad.
friendly is this going to be?
I don't know. I might just write a number down on a piece of paper.
Here's a piece of paper and a pen. Write some.
Okay, well, there you go.
Keep it soft now. Keep it soft.
Well, I won't. It won't be too painful to either one of us.
Okay.
But I want to sweat this match a little bit with you, and we've had a lot of fun on some of the internet forums, and I'd like to continue it right here on
Joey,
the internet.
Wait a second. Is that the number you wrote? Are you serious?
Well, hey, that's exactly right, Jay.
Well, what you consider a sweat bet is that's action to me, but I'll take your action. I'm going to take your action. We got to bet. We won't say how much.
Okay,
but we got to bet.
Now, do I get my? I'm picking Dennis Orcollo to win.
Yeah, and I'm taking Shane.
All right.
I'm taking Shane.
Everybody knows.
Let me check my wall and make sure.
$5,000 challenge match. It's one race to 15 games. And I'd like to introduce the two participants. Our first gentleman, sponsored on tour by Bugsy Promotions, player representative for Davini Q's, He's a former winner of the BCA Open 9-ball championships, former world 9-ball champion, former world 10-ball champion, and the reigning Japan Open. Please welcome from the Republic of the Philippines, Mr. Dennis Orcollo. Dennis Orcollo, thank you. And his opponent, sponsored on tour by Q-Tech Qs, former winner of the World 10-Ball Championships, former U.S. Open 9-Ball champion. In 2007, he was voted Player of the Year. Please welcome one of the young guns from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Mr. Shane Van Boening. Shane Van Boening. Gentlemen, you may lag for the first break. Good luck. Come on, make some noise for these guys.
So do I. Well, this lag's pretty close here.
And Boening wins the leg.
I like this match. I like this match here. Race to 15 is a pretty long match. I'm predicting it'll be close to 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours.
Well, I'll take another bet on the under 3 hours.
Okay.
Eight-ball players on the Barbar side. There are some late 8 p.m. matches
I'm
now
saying
being
over
put into
2:45.
the slots for you to pick up. So please come over if you're scheduled for a little
For me, if
after
it's
8.
2.5 hours,
Your
it's a
score
pretty
sheets
fast
are
match.
being prepped right now.
Let's see if Shane can come with that big break. A lot of people think he's got the best break in 10 ball
Just
today.
one more reminder as they're getting underway in the challenge match. Scott is going to run the men's pro 8-ball player auction. That's going to begin immediately after the Van Boening Orcollo match in the TV arena.
I want to clarify one thing. These guys are not really gambling. It's Taylor Road production people put up 5,000, but somebody's going to win $5,000 here, so this is a serious match. You won't see any fooling around here. It's a nice payday for whoever takes it off. Now, I don't think these two guys made a saver. Going to start with a combination, the 1-5 ball.
Very steady on that combo.
I like the layout here, Joey. I don't see any real problems for him. I mean, there's some tough shots he's going to have to make, but the 8-ball over there by the side pocket.
Just got to make that transition from the 3 to the 4, and that shouldn't be difficult at all. The only thing he's got to worry about is the speed of this table. If he puts a little low left-hand spin when he shoots the 3 ball, it could, snake around behind the 10, but I'm sure he'll keep that in mind. Oh, yeah, he got it straight enough that he won't have to worry about putting low left. He can just put a little low.
A talent that I've noticed that Shane has is he can adjust to a table real quick. I don't know if he's played any matches on his table yet, but he's the kind of guy, give him 10 or 15 minutes on a table, and he's real good about figuring out the speeds and everything. He's being careful here, though. He's not worried about making a 3. He's worried about getting the right position on the 4 ball.
Well, for those of you who are just joining us, I'd like to introduce your commentators for this match. I'm Joey Augustin from the Internet Pool Forums, and I'm here with author, pool player, pool tournament director, and pool player extraordinaire. He's Jay Helford. Welcome to the booth, Jay.
Thank you, Joey. It's nice to be here with you, man.
This is a match between Dennis Orcollo and Shane Van Boening. It's a race to 15, and Jay's got the match. He thinks it's going to last about 2 hours and 45 minutes. If this is
give or take a few minutes.
If this is any indication about how long the match is going to last, it's going to be under 2:45.
I don't like this shot. I don't like this shot. Where's he going here? He lost his cue ball. Did he get hooked behind the 10 ball? I can't see. He's standing in our way.
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure he did.
He's shaking his head. Joey, I don't understand that shot, where he was going. I know he needed to go. I think anywhere in the middle of the table he'd have been fine. He would get past the side pocket. But he should have never brought the 10 ball into play there. Oh. Well, what looked like an easy run out is now a predicament for Shane. He can kick and hit this ball. But to kick, hit, and leave it safe, I don't think so. He's got to put a lot of left English on his cue ball just to hit it. Hit the 7 ball. Wow, look at this shot.
Mighty fine. Mighty fine.
Well, we may not see a better shot in the entire match than you just saw there. He had to make a perfect hit on that ball to make it. And obviously, if he missed it, it would have been hanging right in the jaws of the side pocket. Wow, that was some shot. You can rerun that one about 20 times as far as I'm concerned.
Well, that's a shot that we can claim that Shane is America's Efren, because that was an Efren type shot.
There you go. There you go. My man Shane.
He got out of line there.
Yeah, he
made an Efren-like shot, but
he didn't need to be there, did he?
No. Well, that break seems to be working for him.
Well,
he's got that little hop, every time he breaks 10 ball. He's not breaking with tremendous speed either, if you notice that.
But he makes a real good hit on the cue ball. He makes a real good hit on the head ball. That spreads those balls out.
I'm wondering if the cue ball is at all hopping, or is it his power that makes the cue ball hop up in the air? Is he, is he elevating his cue a little bit where he hits the one and then moves, and then the cue ball moves out of the way of the one so that the rack releases some of its energy so that the balls spread and, go, different directions?
Well, if you ever see a slow motion replay of a break like Shane's, the cue ball is a little bit in the air when it hits the one. It's never on the surface. So that's what he's got to control.
So you're saying it hits the one on the way down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There goes a 10. Now, do they count the 10 in this tournament?
Yes, they do.
That's a win?
Yes, they do. That's a win. What did he say, 25 miles per hour? Yeah, 25 miles per hour. Definitely not a super speed break, but it's something that Charlie Bryant was talking about the other day, and he calculated Shane's speed at around 24, 26 miles an hour. So,
Joey, the effectiveness of the break has a lot to do with what kind of hit you make on the cue ball. If you make a real good center ball hit on the cue ball and hit the one ball in the right spot, you're going to get a good spread of balls. Because you can hit the ball, real hard, but if you're using a little bit of right English or a left English on the cue ball, it really dissipates the break. Boy, he'd like to do that a few times. And just like that, it's 2-0.
Boy, balls are dropping like crazy. I'm not sweating yet, but,
The 5-7's tied up this rack. He's got a pretty good shot on it. Well, the one's a little bit of a sharp angle in the side pocket here. He's going to probably have to go 3 rails for position on the 2. He's looking at that 5-7. That's what he's staring at right now. I don't know if you can see Shane on the camera looking down at these balls. The 5 and the 7 is his predicament.
I think he's going to shoot the 5 ball straight into the other corner pocket.
Wow, he slow rolled that ball. Good shot, Shane. Good shot. I guess the angle was not as severe as it looked up here. We're in a booth, about 15 feet away from the table. We're up in the air about 8 feet. I like the view. We got a good view here, Joey.
Excellent view.
Well, Shane averted near disaster in the first rack, and then he broke the 10 ball in the second rack. He'd like to open up with a string of racks. Shane is one of the few players that's really capable of stringing racks in 10 ball. I'll tell you what, with all these great players here, Joey, I wish I was staying for the 10 ball tournament. I'm not too happy about having to leave tomorrow.
Well, the more 10-ball players are showing up by the minute. I hear that Rodney Morris is, on the way, and
he's here.
Oh, he's here
Rodney
already?
Morris is here.
All
Raj
right.
Hundal arrived.
Good.
It'll be a strong, strong field. Well, Joey, I'll be watching you on the internet starting tomorrow.
Well, I hope you will, Jay, and I'll tell you what.
I'll be chatting to you.
Yeah, that'd be great. We've got over 870 viewers right now watching this match, and we're glad that you joined us here at the Galveston World Classic Tournament.
Here's his predicament right here. The 4 is not hard. It's where he's going to get on the 5 ball. I'm not sure where he's trying to draw this ball to. I think he's going to put a big stroke on his ball. No, he can't. He's trying to draw for position. I don't like this shot. I just don't think there. I don't. No, he's
definitely not now.
He's making a little frown. That was an off-angle combination anyway. If he comes up with something here, he's a miracle worker. I think you got to play safe here. Try to hide. Yeah. Wow, look at this shot. Look at this shot. You couldn't play a better safety from there than that. Beautiful touch, beautiful speed.
Well, he's even got he's got difficulty kicking off the back rail too, the foot rail. He's got to put English on the cue ball. He doesn't have a same angle in, same angle out to make a easy hit on the 5. And then coming from the 7 side rail, 7's blocking a little bit.
It's not much fun to come to the table when you're 2-0 down, and this is the first shot you get to see. It's a pretty big ball to hit, but it's going to be difficult for Dennis to hit this ball and not give up a shot.
He's going to have to hit it hard.
Like he's trying to make it.
I think so. One right in the pocket or one rail. No, he's just kicking soft. I didn't think he should kick that way. I thought he should have.
You think he was trying to kick and just leave it on the side rail there? Or maybe he was trying to kick and put the cue ball behind the 7.
Yeah, he kicked that pretty hard. Maybe.
That's a pretty delicate shot, though. Well, Shane played a great safety. He made a terrific hit on that 5 ball. I want to remind you, viewers, all these players and more will be at the U.S. Open next month. So if you're anywhere on the East Coast, go to Chesapeake, Virginia. Starts on the 18th. Joey, I hope you're there.
I don't know if I'll be able to make that trip, Jay. It's I've been away from home quite a bit this year, and I've been enjoying myself quite a bit. And well, the missus she frowns on me making too many of these trips.
Take her along, Joey.
Well, I wish I could, but she doesn't like pool.
She doesn't like pool?
Not at all.
What about going someplace and seeing the sights?
Yeah, well, we do that on occasion, but she has an aversion for pool.
Okay. We won't delve too deeply in that one.
No,
because
we don't.
I had a wife like that, and that gave me a choice between pool and her, and I'm not married now, Joe.
Well, I've got an angel of a wife, so
then hang on to her.
She's tolerated my nonsense for 35 years. So
God bless her,
yeah,
man.
God bless her is right. She is an angel.
I'm glad to hear you say that, and I'm very happy for you, and I'm happy for Shane right now. He's leading 3-0.
I see some other angels out there in the audience. We've got woman pro player Gerda Hofstetter out there, and Yuram Chow, and we've got even Sunny Day Griffin.
Yeah, she's a good one, that girl. She's married to Mark Griffin, who puts on the BCA pool leagues and a lot of other tournaments at CSA International. Let's see if Shane can pop another break. He's broken good every time so far. Well,
That's incredible, the amount of action that the balls, perform for Shane with his break. He doesn't look like he's hitting them that hard.
he generates a lot of energy. Well, as you can see, the ones behind the 9, it looks to me like a push-out situation.
He's looking at maybe kicking on it and caroming off the 9 and going to the pocket. That's.
I think you push out down to the end rail where he stands. See where he is by that corner pocket? I think you push out somewhere down in there. He can't do anything with it where the cue ball is right now.
Well, you're leaving yourself open for a very serious safety by the other guy.
Well, I'd rather make the other guy come up with a shot, particularly when you got him down 3-0. Well, it looks like he wants to. I don't like going this way.
Well, I'm just saying that if he goes down to that corner pocket past the 2, and he's going to.
I think he's going to tie these balls up. That's what he wanted to do, is tie up the. Yeah, he made the 4 a little bit tough. I'm not so sure Dennis will take this shot.
That's
a tough angle.
This is kicking. He's going to kick at this ball. He's going to do a carom shot here.
Dennis passed it right back. He didn't waste any time.
Shane's looking at that carom, I guarantee you.
Yeah, just like that. Good call, Joey. If he kicks into the 1 ball, it can carry him off the 9, but this is not a gimme by any means.
Well, the cue ball can get loose and fly in that side pocket too.
Well, he made it look like a gimme, didn't he?
Well, he made the shot. He left himself a lot of distance.
Yeah, like you said, he had to turn the cue ball loose, and what's even worse is the 2 doesn't even go because the 9's blocking it. I think he can play a safety here, Joe, where he shoots the 2, he banks the 2 down to the end rail where the cue ball's at and tries to put the cue ball behind the 9. Of course, what looks obvious to me might not be what Shane wants to do.
He's got a few choices. He might just skin the 2 and leave the 2 on the back rail or the head rail. That's what it looks like he's doing.
You called it. Left him end rail to end rail. That's never a bad spot. For those of you who are watching, if you're ever playing a 9-ball match with somebody, you want to play it safe. If you leave them end rail to end rail, they don't have much to do from there. Nobody wants to bank a ball like this.
That's 8 feet right there. If Dennis is careful, he can place that 2 back down here on this other diamond and put the cue ball close to the corner pocket, or close to the side rail, and maybe get a nice little safety out of this. He's got to worry about overcutting the 2, though. He's going to hit it thin. That's right. Not thin enough.
Well, that didn't work too good. Dennis needs to get a shot at an open rack. That's what he needs. And so far, Shane has stymied him on every turn. Now, Shane's got a pretty good shot on the 2 ball. The 4 ball, the position's a little tight. But he's got a good angle here. If he can just roll this 2 ball with the right speed and come back out to pretty much the middle of the table. If he's in the middle of the table, he'll have a good cut shot. He might not have got there.
I don't think he did.
No, he fell short. You can see he shrugged his shoulders a little bit. He needed to go about another foot to have good position on the 4. I don't think he can spin it in either.
Well, he hasn't calculated the speed down like he needs to just yet. Before he rotated the cue ball, and now he under-rotated it. So he's going to have to get in between there.
Another safety.
In the hole safety.
Dennis has got the shot he wants finally. In the 4th game, he finally gets a look at an open rack.
That's right. The score is 3-0 right now, and
that wasn't a
safety.
Got
an opportunity.
That wasn't a safety. Shane was trying to make that ball.
No doubt about that.
Well, let's see what Dennis has got. Not the easiest rack to start with, even though there's only 6 balls on the table. Got the first one out of the way. These diamonds are very demanding tables. You've got to hit the pocket cleanly. A shot like this 5 ball, if it hits the side rail, it doesn't go in. It's got to use a little low left-hand English, draw the cue ball down to the same end of the table for the 7 next. Nicely done. Nicely done. He hit that ball good.
This is the same position that the 8 was in that other game for Shane when he had to kick that 7 ball. You notice the 7 and the 8's in the same position?
Yeah. This is not. It's not such an easy shot here because he's straight in on the 7 ball. This is a little bit tough, and you can't hit those side pockets real hard. If you hit a side pocket and a diamond real hard, the ball might just spit right back out.
Yep.
And he can't bank the 8 cross side either. He didn't want to get straight in. He wanted to have a little angle. Let's see if he can manufacture an angle. Boy, he hit that ball good. Hit that ball good.
Doesn't want to be straight in. Needs a little angle. He still got one.
This is not the easiest run out. He's had to work on every shot.
Jay, we've got close to 1,000 viewers on the internet stream right now. This live free stream that's brought to you by Taylor Road Productions and the World Classic Galveston Tournament. Oh, he raised up just a little bit. Did you see that?
Yep. Well, when you try to jam a ball that hard on these diamonds, you got to hit that pocket perfectly.
Earlier when Dennis was practicing, I was watching him shoot at that pocket, and he did the same thing when he was practicing, and I don't think he ever grooved that down.
Well, he had to hit it hard. He had to pop it to get that cue ball back over there for the 9.
That's why the shape is so important, you know, getting close to your work and taking off the rail.
Yeah, sometimes just because the balls are out in the open, it's not an easy run out. Shane grabs a 4-0 lead in the race to 15.
I want to check and see if Shane is racking these balls in a particular order, because that 8 ball wound up at the side pocket, the 7 ball wound up at the side pocket. Just curious, you know?
It doesn't look like it. It looks like he's just throwing the balls in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. Let's see where the 8 goes.
Could have just been a coincidence.
And look where the 7 goes. Let's see if the 7 ends up by the side and the 8 on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he did put 1, 2, 3s on the corner.
I think that's one of the rules of the 10 ball racking.
Is. Well, I like that. That spreads those 3 balls out.
Absolutely. But that 3 ball loves to race to that four rail pocket, you know.
Well, Shane came up empty on the break. Dennis he's got an open look at the 1, as you can see, but he's jacked up over the 2 ball. I don't think there's a billiard on the 10. That's the 10 ball right there by the 1 ball.
You know, you may shoot the 1-10 combo.
That's what he's going to look at right now.
You might be able to go behind, you know, shoot the 1-10 combo and try and put the cue behind the 2.
That's not a double tough shot. That's a triple tough shot. This combo is a long distance, tough angle. He's kicking at it all the way. Kicked it away. Pretty nicely done.
We're going to have a guest commentator join us in the booth a little bit later on in the show, and that commentator is also a professional pool player by the name of Charles Hillbilly Bryan.
Charlie like to be in the box playing either one of these guys.
Well, he may have that opportunity later on in the tournament, you know.
Yeah, he very well might. He's definitely one of the contenders here this week. I don't know if Shane can shoot the combination on this. He never looked at the combination from the 1-2, so he's just playing safe.
Well, I think for a second he was thinking about a carom, but there's not a whole great deal of space between those 2 balls to at this distance, to really risk trying it.
See, he could bank the 1 back down to the end rail, but he doesn't want to leave the 1 near the 10 ball.
For sure. Well, he played the carom.
Well, once again, he's rail to rail.
Oh, he's definitely playing safety here, rolling up behind the 3-8.
Yeah, those are natural blockers for him. Bank the 1, back up to the head rail. Slide the cue ball to the right, kind of just like that. Pretty effective. Pretty effective.
Well, that's still a big ball.
I think Dennis is going to grab his jump cue here. Yep.
He's got to make sure that he doesn't have a whole lot of draw on it when he hits this ball, because he's not going to come close to hitting the 5, and he'll probably hit the 1 ball with almost a half ball hit. And if he's got a little draw on the cue ball, he risks going in that corner pocket. So, and then he's also got a problem with the 1 ball racing down here to, wire up with a easy combo on the 10 ball.
Yeah, having that 5 ball right next to the 1 makes this a real difficult jump shot. Tournament's director Scott Smith is hovering nearby, just in case there's a foul. He'll let us know. I don't think it's hard for Dennis to get over this 8 ball that's blocking him. I don't know, maybe he's changing his mind here. He grabbed his regular cue. He looks like he wants to shoot a Mass A shot around the 8. Maybe that's the safer shot here, Joey.
Well,
yeah, he's shooting a Mass A. Now he went back to his jump cue.
If he shoots a Mass A, he risks hitting the 1 ball into that back rail, and the 5 ball stopping the cue ball, stopping the 1 ball right there by the rail, and the cue ball dying on the side rail and leaving Shane a very easy run out.
Well, Scott, I'd be down at the other end watching that hit. He'll get over the 8 ball all right. Yeah, he made a good hit.
Very good hit.
Well, it was a pretty good shot, leaving that cue ball right there against the 5. Shane does have a shot at the 1, but it's a long cut shot.
Shane can be real steady as he is on most of his shots on this.
The good thing about this shot is if he makes it, he's going to roll into natural position for the 3 ball. Just got to focus on making the ball. He didn't want to go quite that far. I think he thought he was going to bump into the 8 ball. Long straight in shot.
2 rails out to the middle of the table, around the spot.
I think it's a stop shot. I think he can just stop the cue ball right there, and he's got the 4.
Maybe. You called, Jay. Right on the money.
These aren't easy shots.
Perfect.
Try practicing that shot 50 times.
And I'm sure Shane does.
Oh, he might shoot it 100 times. I've watched him practice, Joey, and he'll keep shooting a shot, a tough shot, till he can make it like 10 times in a row. Not once or twice, like 10 in a row. Then I'll move on to the next shot.
Well, so far this has been a one-sided match, and Shane leading all the way.
It can't stay that way. This is not as tough a layout, for instance, as what Dennis had last round.
That's right.
He wants to get pretty straight on the 8 ball. He doesn't want too much angle on this 8 ball.
He can come within a ball's width of the rail where he's located at without any problem.
Man, he hit that ball awful soft. That's
perfect speed.
Yeah. Well,
wait a minute. What's he?
He didn't want that angle. He wanted to be on the other side because he's going to have to shoot the 9 up in the other end. That's what he's looking at. He's going to have a long shot at the 9 up in the end. Anytime you're shooting a ball down the rail the length of the table and you have to hit it hard, it becomes a hard shot These diamonds are demanding tables. Yeah.
He can draw that ball straight back if he likes. Yeah.
He's got a little bit. Yeah, that's what he's looking at.
Yeah, he can do that.
I like that shot better, and I think he does too. That, yep, you called it. He changed his mind. He's drawing the ball.
Yeah, I mean that's in real natural shape to get to the 10.
If you notice, Joey, he drew the ball with a little left English, so he threw that ball in a little. Made the cue ball draw back a little straighter. High speed here. Shane's about to take a 5-0 lead. It's a whitewash so far.
I need a drink of water.
You want to double that bet now? Yeah, right.
No, I'm going to see if Hillbilly wants to take half my action.
Yeah. Somebody said Dennis will not get 5 games. Well, I bet on that, too.
I might need to get some of that action just to get even.
There goes
another
the
10 ball. My goodness.
Are they going to play the 10 ball counts in this tournament, Joey?
Yes, indeed.
I think you might be looking at the favorite in the 10 ball tournament coming up, too. If he breaks like that, he's going to be awful tough to beat for anybody. You know, we got a dozen of the top Filipino players here. They turned out at 4.
I've seen more Filipino players at this tournament than any other tournament I've ever been to.
Well, you and me both.
I've never had a chance to see Roberto Gomez play, and he's been in the tournament. He had a little side action with one of the Norwegian players, one of the Norwegian amateur players, and giving him a good handicap. But again, Roberto was able to overcome the handicap and win his match.
Well, I'll give you an idea how he plays. He's trying to match up with Johnny Archer. They're trying to make some kind of money game, which I think may come off later this week. Whether it will be a challenge match or played on one of the other tables, I'm not sure. But anybody that can match up with Johnny Archer is all right in my books.
Are they talking about playing an even game?
Yeah, playing even. Playing even. You rarely see a Filipino player take a spot. They're usually giving up spots. I mean, of those dozen top Filipinos that are here, I don't think there's anybody here except maybe Shane, who's the favorite over that crew.
We've got Silver Ocho in the audience and Richie Richardson in the audience and lots of other fans in the stands.
Boy, this break turned out good, too, the way the one ball kicked right down there in front of the cue ball.
I mean, look at the balls. You couldn't hand place them out on the table, you know, spread them wide, any wider.
If he can get on the 2, he's in good shape here. He's going to follow that cue ball down table. He looks like he's pretty straight on one. Let's see. No, he had an angle. He had a good angle.
He's got a...
The 4 will pass the 5 down into in the upper left corner pocket there.
Does he go between the 6 and 9 or between the 9 and 8?
Well, that's what he's looking at right now.
Well, Jay, we've got some amazing statistics right now that just came in from ProPool.com.
Yeah.
Bob McFerrin and Mike Moon and Ron Hoffman.
He went all the way around. Nice, Shane. Nice. Not bad.
Shane's rating is 1,000.
His AccuStats rating.
AccuStats
He's played a
rating.
perfect match so far.
Dennis is at 429.
Well, Dennis hasn't had much of a chance yet.
This has been all Shane. There's no doubt about that.
A 1,000 means he's playing a perfect match. No errors, no misses. The only error he made is he got out of line in the 7, but he made the ball anyway. That was the first rack of the match. Looks pretty good here.
Shane was just before this challenge match. Shane was in the big tournament room practicing all by himself, just breaking 10 ball, running balls, and Dennis was surrounded by the rest of the Filipino players and was, animated and talking with some of the other players. And well, Shane's just taking it to him right now.
It's going to be 7-0. What do they call it in Texas? He's giving this man an ass whooping.
We need Robert Newkirk out there to say that.
Right now, Joey, it wouldn't matter who was playing Shane.
Well, I'm still not waiting for you to offer a buyout just yet. So I'm gonna sit tight. I think Dennis has still got some playing to do, and these matches they can seesaw back and forth. So I'm looking to see Dennis let it go out a little bit when he gets an opportunity. He hasn't even had a chance to break.
Well, he had that one open rack where he had 6 balls on the table, but it was a little bit of a tough out, but he needed to get out that rack. Shane did move some balls around on the rack that time.
Well, I just noticed that the 7 and 8 are in the same position that they were when we talked about that before.
Here comes a hillbilly.
Now we got somebody in the booth here. This man knows some 10 ball. Charlie, how about taking my chair and headset and sitting in for me for a little bit and let me take a little break?
Yeah, Joey's not feeling too good right now, Charlie.
Yeah, I'm getting a little weak.
We made a bet on the match.
It's feeling a little puny, y'all.
Yeah, I'm getting a little weak. I need to take a break. I'll see y'all later.
Joey, don't run off now, man.
Well, I may be headed back to New Orleans after this.
Well, the score is 7-0 in the match. My man Joey A's taking a little break, and coming in is the hillbilly, Charlie Bryant. Charlie lives right nearby.
Oh, yeah, I'm a rock throw away.
A rock throw away. I like that. Somebody said you get to sleep at home at night. That's nice.
Yes, sir. It's wonderful. It's the first time ever that I've been to a pro tournament that I was able to sleep in my own bed.
I'll bet you hope this tournament continues.
Well, I'd like to thank Bobby and Clark Roan and Louis Vicchio for putting on such a wonderful event down here. Moody Gardens is a beautiful location. We got these beautiful diamonds to play on. Looks like Shane is just in dead punch, ain't it?
Charlie, somebody brought statistics up just now. Shane is playing a perfect match so far. He's shooting 1,000.
Wow.
Hasn't made a mistake, hasn't made an error, hasn't missed a ball. And look at this is what every break looks like, Charlie.
Tic-tac-toe. Now, I was watching a little bit earlier, and then I walked away. What did he do with that 2 ball that he shot up in the corner when Dennis come around and he tried to play safe, and he got a little bit short, and then Shane come up a little short on the 4 ball, I thought. And then Dennis missed the 8 ball.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, it was a little bit of a tricky rack. And, what happened is Dennis had a funny angle.
How did Dennis get to the table? Did Shane play on safe on the 4 or something?
Yeah. And
okay.
Shane tried to play a safety and hung the ball up. So Dennis had an open rack.
Okay, well.
Actually, you know what? Maybe he isn't playing 1,000 because I think he made an error there. I think that's got to be considered an error.
Well, he come up short on shape, so, yeah. But if he did play safe behind it,
Dennis had a difficult shot on the 8 ball. He had to pop it real hard in the corner pocket and bring the key ball across the table.
I seen that. I came back in and I really thought Dennis was just going to take what he could get on the 9 ball because this table plays tight.
Exactly. You can't pop that ball that hard unless you hit the pocket perfect.
Well, it's like when me and Boosty played. It was You know, I've been playing over here on the other tables all week, and I think this table's a little tighter than the other ones.
It's a smaller pocket. Take a good look.
You know, a lot of the heat too. You know, it dries the table out and makes it even tighter.
These are 4¼ inch pockets on this table.
Yes, sir.
These diamonds play pretty tough anyway. Well,
Oh, yeah.
Shane's about ready to take an 8-0 lead.
Wow.
I never
didn't
thought it'd be
expect
like
this.
this.
No.
Who did? Who did?
I mean, Dennis has just been on top of the world. You know, out there in Vegas, he just robbed everybody.
Well,
You know,
the way Shane's playing, Charlie, it wouldn't matter who his opponent was.
Yeah.
I mean, when a guy, I'll tell you what, if Shane breaks, he's made 2 10 balls on the break. I don't know if you saw that, but he's made 2 10s on the
In the bottom two corners?
Yeah, in the bottom corner.
Well, I, just to let everybody out there know, in case that's happening, he's leaving one of the back 2 balls loose off the back of the 10.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, I do.
I'm surprised. Charlie, let me ask you something. I'm surprised they're letting the 10 ball count.
It shouldn't count.
Yeah.
I mean,
if he breaks this way, he's got to be one of the favorites in the 10 ball
for sure
this week. I mean, watch this.
Well, I've noticed since he's got the Q-Tech sponsor and stuff, and he went to the other break cue, I think he's breaking better than he did before.
There's his first error on a break right there. Scratching the side pocket. Charlie's got an open rack. I mean, Charlie, listen to me. Dennis has got an open rack, but the 4-6 is a little tough here, Charlie.
He's just going to shoot the 1 in the corner, and he's probably going to go to the side rail and shoot the 4 in the bottom left-hand corner pocket.
He's looking at it right now. It's a little bit tight.
I tell you what's really tricky here is from the 4 to the 5.
Yeah.
Because of the 6 ball. Now, if the 4 goes by the 6, he should be okay. But if it don't, I mean, it's a little tricky.
Yeah.
This ain't tic-tac-toe like Shane just had.
And that's what happened with Dennis before. He hasn't had the easiest runouts. This is a little bit, like you said, it's a little bit of a tricky runout. He's going to have to play a good position on the 4 to get onto the 5.
Yeah. I mean, this is a little tough position.
And he's down 8-0, so I'd say there's a little more pressure.
You imagine? How would you like to be in his shoes? But I was in his shoes the other night. I was down 8-2.
Were you really?
And made a pretty good little comeback. Boosty wound up beating me 15-10.
Well, you got back in the match.
Yes, sir. I should have tied it up at 8.
I think he got a good angle here.
Oh, he got perfect. I mean, he got on the right side of the ball.
He's got a little work to do with that 8 and 9 too. You notice that's what he's looking at right now. The 8 and 9. The 8 does not pass the 9 ball.
He's really got 2 options here. He could slow roll once he gets to the combo of the 8 and the 9. You know, if he gets the right angle, he could shoot it soft. And if he gets dead straight in on it, then he can shoot it a little bit firmer and send the 8 over to the other side of the table.
Well, you said the magic words. He's got to get the right angle when it comes to that shot.
Well, that's the secret of pool is the right angle.
Charlie, you got a lot of secrets in pool, and I know you're putting them together in a book. I sure hope that book comes out soon.
It ain't just one. I mean, y'all, I've got over 700 pages of material put together now for the minimum like 5 books. And just to let everybody know, if anybody wants to sign up and give me some contact information so I can send out product reports, and once everything gets started, it's info@hillbillyonthehill.com.
Everything looks good.
Man, he got a little funky on the 7 ball. He'd like to not got such a steep angle. I'd like to say hello to everybody out there.
Charlie will be here all week. The 10 ball, does the 10 ball start tomorrow?
The 8 ball starts tomorrow.
Okay. Man, this turned out to be quite an event.
Oh, wow. I mean, it is. I mean, it's wonderful. See what I told you about that little bitty funny angle? He had the power of that ball. In the Filipinos, I'm not saying this wrong, the 2 balls that Dennis has missed in this match is when it comes to power.
Yeah.
What the Filipinos do so great, and I was saying it earlier when I was commentating, they use angle to travel distance where they can push through the ball. They don't like to hit a ball hard.
Right. They like to roll balls. They like to roll balls and roll the cue ball. I have to say that wasn't that difficult a shot on the 7 ball. But he tried to pop it in, and if you touch that side rail, that ball will not go on these tables.
Anytime that you increase the speed of the stroke, there's so many more variables that come into the game, and also he had to snap his wrist there to get that ball back, to get it to stun. So, I mean, those variables, anytime you mess with those variables.
But don't you think a top player should make that shot?
Oh, yeah. But he's under the gun right now, y'all. He's down 8-0, and, and he's really wanting to get in this match. But
Shane's going to play the billiard. He looks like he's going to play from the 8 to the 9. He's got to slow roll this ball a little bit because he wants to lay that 8 ball on the end rail.
Shouldn't be no problem. I don't think he'll use high English. I think he'll use low and, slide it a little bit so that he can kill the ball. No, he rolled it, but it was with below center.
He doesn't want to be straight in. He's got a little.
He's okay. He's going to come out 2 rails. He may be drawing this ball out or popping it out.
Yeah, he's popping it out.
No, he come out 2 rails like I thought.
Hit it hard, too.
Yes, sir.
Got right there.
What you
Shane's
call
had the speed down.
Perfect.
Yeah, Shane's had the speed down on this table pretty good. 9-0. Once again, I want to thank some of our sponsors, Predator, Poison Q. They're the official cues of this tournament. Simona's cloth, that's the cloth you see them playing on, the official cloth. Aramis pool balls, best pool balls in the game. Ashley Furniture, that's the official furniture company. They've got a big display out in the lobby. Beautiful furniture. Somebody's going to win a set of furniture, I think. They got a drawing.
Yeah, they're going. It's like a $15,000 drawing for $10.
How many times did you enter, Charlie?
I've done entered like 6 times.
There you go. Also mentioned Hertz Rent-A-Car. Of course, Inside Pool Magazine. J.R. Calvert, he's involved in this production that you're watching now. Radio 1, The Billiard Factory right here in Galveston and Houston. ProPool.com. They're providing the stats. That's Ron Hoffman, my buddy out of Phoenix. Thank you, Ron.
Bob McFerrin and Mike Moon are part of the stats, too. I'd like to thank them. Actually, little Mike Moon's with me. I call him Mini-Me. He's been going with me everywhere. You met him earlier, Jay.
I don't like you calling him Mini-Me because he's as big as me. That makes me Mini-J.
Okay. Well, that's okay.
Charlie, everybody's mini compared to you.
No. Where I come from, I growed up on beans and taters, son.
Well, you growed up right, I'll tell you.
I come from a good part of this country.
In case you don't know,
Carolinas.
In case you don't know, Charlie Bryant's also the arm wrestling champion of the pool world, too.
Well, maybe of the pool players, yeah.
He's going to have to play a safety here.
Yeah, he's just going to thin this ball over behind a 10.
He wants to get the cue ball out.
Preferably, he'd like to get the one all the way over to near the side rail, but he would have to hit it hard.
Make sure the cue ball don't hit the 2. That's good. He didn't want to hit anything. See, this looks good. This looks good.
One great thing is he had a big bunch of balls, which I call walls of balls for safety. You always want to look for 2 balls.
He had 4.
Yes, sir. Well, I like to call walls of balls.
The old arm wrestling champion in the pool world was Mike Massey, but he's retired now, so Charlie took that crown.
Well, I retired too. I got much to lose. I really do. The last guy that I did anything with, you heard what happened, Jay.
I know what happened.
I felt really bad about it too. Well, I don't see really no problem. I mean, the position from the 4 to the 6 is a little tricky here.
Once again,
if he gets a good angle, he can go 2 rails and come in and bump the 8 to get shape on the 6 once he gets to the 4. Oh, he got a little funny angle here, I think, maybe. Kind of hard to tell up here for sure. He's okay.
I think he could draw straight back for the 3 ball.
Is.
Looks like it. He didn't waste any time looking at it, Charlie.
Yeah, he got a little straighter than what I thought he was. Now here, what he wants to do, Jay, is get a good angle off the 4 to come in 2 rails and come into the 8.
So what's a good angle? Is this it right here?
That's pretty good.
This is a delicate little shot here. He's got to have the right speed.
Yes, sir. But, he's got a lot of balls to stop him here, too. Even if he comes short, he's still going to run into the 7. The only thing that can hurt him is if he comes between the 6-8 and goes between the 9.
This looks good. This looks good. It is good.
Now here's a little tricky position. I mean, he's going to have to pop this ball out and shoot the 7 in the opposite pocket that he's shooting the 8. I mean, no, he popped it out far enough to shoot the 7 in the side. Now here's what he's going to have to do, Jay. He's going to have to shoot the 7 off the 8 and bump the 8 down for a shot.
Well, the 8 will go in the side.
But he's going to bump it down.
Yeah, you called that one. That was the easiest way to go.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you could just roll through the ball. The only way he could have made a mistake there is if he hit it, well, there's two ways. If he hit it too soft or he hit it too hard.
Well, Shane seems to be hitting everything just right. He's firing on all 8 cylinders right now.
You sure it ain't a 16-cylinder? I think he's got a little more than 8 cylinders right now, Jay. What do you think?
I think the score is going to be, what's it going to be, 10-0? This is impossible.
I would have never, and no chance, believed that Shane would have Dennis 10-0.
You know, right now, Dennis is worried about getting shut out. He couldn't face his Filipino buddies if that happened.
Well, he's going to have to face them.
Yeah.
I got an old saying for that. Daddy said sometimes there'd be days like his son. I just didn't want to believe him, Jay, when he told me that.
Charlie, do you notice that happens with you sometimes, where sometimes you go to a tournament and you just feel right and everything, and another time you go and you're just out of sync?
Well, it's not really so much out of sync. I mean, it's just, I mean, you got good days, you got bad days, and you have to learn to expect that. I mean, if you expect to play pool perfect every day, you're really in trouble.
Is there a secret to winning when you're having a bad day?
The best way to do that is you don't take unnecessary chances.
Okay.
When you're playing great, now you can fire it on, like you said earlier, he's firing on 8 cylinders.
Yeah.
Well, now you can take unnecessary risks because you're playing great.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to evaluate how you're playing at that time.
Okay. Well, once again, Shane just scratched on the break for the second time in a row. Dennis has got ball in hand.
Still got a little problem from the 2 to the 3. That's the only problem I see here.
Yeah, the 3.
As long as he gets a good little angle on the 2, I mean, as long as he gets him about a half ball hit or a little steeper angle where he can just float straight across the table, he should have no problem.
But, Charlie, don't you think when you're down 10-0, you get a little crimp in your stroke?
Well, they ain't no telling about this guy, Jay.
He's got the right angle here to come across table.
Oh, yeah, he's perfect.
Well, like you said, the only 2 balls he really missed were ones where he tried to pop the ball.
Yeah. Watch, as long as he's rolling the ball, I mean, this guy never misses the ball hardly. Like most of the Filipinos, when they're rolling and not popping the ball. And and then Americans are exact opposite.
Yeah.
They want to pop the ball and scared to roll anything.
Yeah, the Americans are using a lot of draw shots. The Filipinos are following the ball a lot.
Yeah, they're using angle to travel distance.
Right.
Instead of popping it. And, you know, what they do, they reduce variables. And over a long period of time, them variables are going to stand out. He's got the perfect angle to float up to the 7.
He looks good now. He's got to get out this rack. He must get out.
He went a little far. So he's going to have to come around. Either he's going to draw the ball to the end rail or he's going to come around 2 rails and shoot the 8 in the same side that he shoots the 7 in.
2 rails for position. He wants to shoot the 8 in the same side. Looks pretty good. This looks pretty good.
He went a little long again. He's going to have to draw this ball out 2 rails or shoot inside English. I would draw this ball with a little bottom left and go ahead and come out 2 rails out of the corner.
Yeah, but if he does that, he's got to pop the ball.
Well, either way, he's got to pop the ball.
Can he roll it? Yeah, you're right. He's drawing that ball.
He may even just draw it down to the end rail and up too. I don't know.
That's what it looks like he wants to do. Can he follow that ball around the 10? Like come 3 rails?
Well, then you got to pop it too. The bad thing is if you pop this ball, you may take a chance of running into the 10.
Yeah, he's worried about hitting the 10 right now.
He's just going to draw it down to the end rail and back up near the spot.
Dennis had a simple run out there, and he made it tough on himself. But
he run long on the last 2 balls. He's just going to draw it to the bottom rail and back up. Uh-oh.
This is no hanger.
No. He's going to have to pop this ball a little bit, and he also has to worry about the scratch in the opposite side.
He got down to shoot it, and he just thought better of it. Thought, I better take another look at this ball.
You know what? I think he's just going to roll it and come short of the other
That's
side.
what he wants to do. Just roll the ball in. I think he's all done popping balls for a while. He's going to win a game.
That's
Dennis
right.
is going to be on the wire.
Well, the skunk's off, Jay.
The skunk is off. Thank goodness. Finally, he can breathe. Dennis is a little shell-shocked right now.
Well, Jay, I kind of said something to you earlier, and I want to say something about this. CSI and Mark Cantrell, the Johnny and Earl, where they was running around, they've come together.
And Nick, too. Nick was involved
But
in
what
that.
we've done now is they've created a team that's called the American Grandmasters, and we got three members as of right now.
Who's the members?
It's me, Earl, and John Smith.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So you'll be going on tour then?
We're going to be doing a lot of different things, and Mark's behind it now, and he's got some other great ideas about doing some things, and I'm very happy to be a part of it.
Well, good for you. You couldn't be involved with better people, and I'd say the same thing to them. Charlie, you're an asset wherever you're at.
Well, I sure appreciate it. I mean, as long as you've known me, I've always tried to do the right thing and never take advantage of nobody.
Well, I think like I said to you before we were on the air here, I said you're one of the unique characters in pool. You got that distinctive look with your cowboy hat, your coveralls. You got that great Southern accent, and pool needs people like you. We need individuals that have some flavor. And of course, you got to play good too, and you sure do, Charlie. You play all games good.
I play pretty fair.
You play real fair.
I play better than the average bear.
Better than the average bear, that's for sure.
I kind of turned into a chihuahua when I was playing Boostio. I was a little nervous. My wife, her mom and dad come out and watch me play for the first time ever, but he was really amazed. He said, I didn't know pool was this big.
Charlie, listen, you're a contender in any tournament you play.
Oh, I know that, Jay.
You're a world-class player, and there's not a lot of people I can say that about. You are a world-class player.
Thank you,
and
sir. I sure appreciate it.
And you're welcome, and all the players respect you. I think he's playing a billiard on the 2 here.
Oh, wow. He did a two-way shot. He was trying to play the 6 and the 1 off the 2, and if he missed the 2, then he was going to roll the 10.
What happened? The 1 lucked in the side?
Yeah, off the 9.
Oh, okay.
And then the 9 went too.
Well, it turned out to be a real shot. He missed the ball he was aiming at. But he got perfect position, as you can see. Once again, Dennis has got a great layout here.
Now, he's going to come out 2 rails here, Jay, and he wants to get above the ball where it's not straight in, where you don't have to go down table on the 5.
Well, this is the kind of situation where Dennis normally would excel.
Oh, he's out here. I don't see no problem at all.
He needs to string a few racks himself. I know the score looks real lopsided. He's okay. He's got enough.
Yeah, the 6 ball.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm kind of surprised he came down that far. I figured he would get an angle just to come 2 rails up for the 7.
It's just going to be a nice position on the 7 ball.
Yeah, he got a little straighter than he wanted.
Got to be careful drawing the ball back because he's drawing towards the side pocket.
He got a little straighter than he wanted there.
He wanted a little angle one way or the other.
And these pockets are so small, you don't have much room to cheat it. The one things I love about Dennis's game, he's just so smooth. It's like with Boosty, I call it the loop-de-doo with his warm-up strokes. And it's Dennis, he's like Alex. He don't do nothing fancy with his stroke or anything. He's just solid and smooth. I like to call that smooth as silk.
He is that. Wins the second game. He now trails 2 games to 10. I mean, he's far, far behind in this match, Charlie, but I wouldn't say that he's out of it. He can string racks himself.
You can't count this guy out ever. It ain't over till the fat lady sings when this guy is around the pool table.
Well, you know, they got a dozen of the top Filipino players here.
They
and
got
to
that
a
many?
man, yeah.
Wow.
To a man, yeah, they got a dozen of them here. And to a man, they acknowledge this man right here as the #1 player in the Philippines right now.
I mean, he just does every aspect of the game real good when it comes to 9-ball and 10-ball. I mean, I don't know how good his one-pocket game or anything like that is.
It's okay. You know, Charlie, I've been over there quite a few times, and for whatever reason, one pocket has never caught on in the Philippines. What you see is 9-ball, 10-ball, rotation, and 8-ball. Those are the games you'll see played over there.
So I guess one pocket is probably predominantly a USA game.
It's an American game.
It's a wonderful game. I love it. It's the game that's taught me the most about pool. Teaches you little safeties that you never see in 9-ball, that you normally, for most of your normal 9-ball players, if you're not playing some one pocket, you know, you're never going to see these little safeties. And it teaches you how. The main thing that it taught me was cue ball speed versus object ball speed at different angles. Because you're always rolling the ball. It's rare that you're popping anything.
Well, one pocket is a very complex game, and we've got a great tournament wrapping up right now because you've got so many options on your turn, so many different things you can do. But right now we got a 10-ball match, and Dennis Orcollo is breaking and trailing 10-2 to Shane Van Boening, who opened up with 9 perfect racks. His first error was in that 10th rack. Well, he scratched twice on the break. He made 2 errors. Dennis needs a big break here.
I'm curious to know what the speed is that Dennis is hitting the balls.
Yeah, Scott was saying the speed. Shane was hitting him around 25 miles an hour.
Well, you remember, I mean, I don't know if you know the other night when I was playing Boosty.
Yeah.
You know, I got the big break. Earlier yesterday, I hit the balls over there on the break contest, 31.7.
Yeah, anytime you're over 30, you're in the
But guess what I was doing over here?
What?
Breaking 23, 24 mile an hour.
Well, was that purposeful?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you were trying to control your break.
That's the perfect 10-ball speed.
Yeah.
To make the front 2 balls that's behind the one in the side pockets.
Well, Shane's been breaking right around 25. Is he trying to cut this ball in?
Oh, I'm sure he is. Coming around 3 rails for
pretty sharp angle there.
Great shot. He didn't hit it quite hard enough, I don't think.
Well, he's got an angle to bank it.
Well, he's got to bank at this ball. And go ahead and float the cue ball up behind the 8, or I would bank at the ball.
Well, he's got a natural angle to float up there for the 3 ball, too. If he banks it and makes it, he's got the 3, and then he's got that 4-10 combination.
He could actually bank this ball soft, Jay, and still use the 9 ball as a blocker. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Where he just spin it soft.
I think he's just going to bank like he's trying to make it. I don't know, why is he jacking up on this ball? He's playing safety?
Wow, he played it off the 6. I'm
surprised
that he missed that ball that far.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was truly trying to just bank it in the hole.
Yeah.
Now he's
got to bank the 3.
Yep.
And he tied up the 4. Well, what he's looking at here is playing a billiard after he banks the 3 and playing a billiard off the edge of the 4 and making the 6-10 combination. That's no bargain. That's a lot of work on that shot.
A little tricky.
Yeah.
He should be okay as long as he gets over there, because as long as he goes off the 4 and goes into the rail first and then comes into the 6, real close to the 6, he should be okay.
Yeah, but the 6 has got to hit the 10 just right.
But what I'm saying, as long as he comes off the rail and comes into the 6, it makes the 10 a bigger ball. If he just flat caroms this ball, it makes it a lot smaller.
Well, his angle is not the best angle with the cue ball. He didn't want to be this straight. He'd rather have a little.
He's okay. See, he can actually stun this ball with a little bit of left-hand English and come off the rail and spin through.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't think it's...
It's a little easier than what it looks like.
Yeah, he's got to go into the 4 first. He's got to hit the edge of the 4
and he's got to go into the rail.
Yeah, he had to hit that 6 just right, and he didn't.
He hit the rail too high there. He didn't get under the 6 far enough.
Well, I think we both agree that was a tricky little shot there.
Yep. Well, I was really kind of surprised that he elevated on that 2 like he
Yeah,
did when he banked it.
I was surprised too. It looked like he could just stiff that bank and slide for this
Yeah.
3 straight up.
Well, all he had to do was just spin bank it instead of stiffing it.
Well, now Dennis has got a situation where you can make the 4, make the 5, and play a billiard from the 6 to the 10, which is not a hard billiard.
As long as he gets the right angle. You know, because the 6 is froze here, Jay.
Yeah. Well, the 7 is...
It's a little tricky.
Yeah.
He'd love to be where that 7 ball's at.
Exactly. The 7's in his way. He's got to make sure he doesn't get messed up with the 7. He doesn't want to get behind the 7. He may come down here. Yeah, see where he's at right now? He might want to come down. And he's got to be careful there. If he goes too low, he's got no shot. Right around there. That's where he wants. So it's all about speed here.
A tricky position because the 7-9. He's got to come through those balls, and it makes it a lot harder.
Well, now he's looking up high. I don't like it up high because you can double kiss the 6 ball if you're too
Very
up high.
easily.
I think he's got to try to come down there around the spot.
If I was going to shoot this shot, I'd probably pop it and come between. I'd come to the rail right before the 6 and go ahead and come to the bottom rail and come back up.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I see exactly what you're saying, but I don't think that's what he's going to do.
That
I
way,
think he's going to...
That way it takes the 7 out of play, or at least the 9.
See, he's playing position to shoot it up there, and
That's
I don't think
a tricky position.
I think you got to try to come down table past the 8 ball. Then it's not a hard shot.
Well, here's a little tip for you. You know, anytime that you're doing stuff like that, you're better off to come to the rail and go back into the angle instead of rolling by the angle.
Okay. That's important. Write that one down, folks. I like that tip. Let's see what he's going to do here.
I see a lot of that's a common mistake that I see a lot of people make.
See, this is he's got to hit a really thin hit on the 6 here.
Yep.
He's got to barely touch the 6 like a billiard hit. If he hits too much 6 ball,
going double kiss.
Yeah.
I don't like this shot.
Look what happened.
He tried
Look
to
what happened. Look what happened. Charlie, there's no reason for that. You know, if he came low there, all he's got to do is hit the left of the 6 and the 10 has to go.
Even if he comes too low, he still has a chance to make the 10, but he had also the possible bank.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't like that shot. Did he get a little lucky here, or no? He didn't.
I think the 6 goes up in the end.
Okay.
I think
Shane's probably going to pop this ball out. I mean, he may soft draw it and shoot the 7.
Well,
the opposite upper corner pocket.
Shane's kneeling down. It's a tight fit for the 6 going past the 7. But if it'll go, I think he can make it all right. That looks good. Yeah, he's all right. He's in good shape here. I mean, that game was a gift.
Yeah.
That game was a gift.
Like we say here in Houston, Texas, Houston, we got a problem.
Houston, we got a problem. I think Dennis he's not thinking good because he's stuck so bad in this match.
Well, I hate to say this. Shane actually got really lucky on this tight dime table. Those 2 last shots that he shot, the 6 and the 7, he got lucky that those 2 balls went.
He didn't hit them perfect. I know that. His speed was good, though, so they rolled in. Yeah, the 7 in particular.
I really thought he missed a 7.
Yeah.
I swear I did.
If he'd have hit hard, it would have popped out.
No chance. No chance.
Meanwhile, what's the score? 11-2? Ouch. I see Roberto Gomez sitting up there in the stands.
I tell you who else I see up there. Rodney and Morris and Raj Hundal.
Yeah, Rodney and Raj are here. I regret that I have to go home tomorrow, but Charlie, I know you're going to be carrying on.
Yeah, I'll take care of everything for you, Jay, while you go.
Thank you, sir. It's in good hands. Well, he made the 1, but he's hooked on the 2. He can't see the 2 sevens in the way.
What he's going to do here, Jay, is he's going to bank this ball and he's going to float the cue behind the 5. I don't think he'll try to pocket this ball.
Oh, he's got the shot, the 1. You're right. You're right. I thought he made the 1. Thank you, Charlie. That looked like a 9 ball to me. Oh, looks like he's shooting at it. It's hard to tell. The 2 and 3 are tied up together. I don't think there's any pocket for the 2 ball. We'll find out.
He shot at this ball. I was kind of surprised at that.
Well, now he's got a real problem because he knocked the 4 in the way.
You know, he had a pretty easy shot to float that cue ball up behind the 5.
Yeah, Shane wanted to play position and shoot the 2 in the lower right corner.
Well, you know, Jay, I hate to say this, but I mean, not hate to say this, but I'd like to thank, again, the Galveston World Classic for putting this together for us, Taylor Road Productions. I mean, I really, they're doing a great job, and Bobby and Clark and Louie, I mean, they're just, they really want to do something great for this game. And I was just talking to Bobby earlier, and he said we're going to do more.
It's a tough shot here. Scott's got to take a good look at this because this he could foul on this jump shot. Looks like Shane's changing jump cues. He's going to a little shorter jump cue, so he's getting more elevation. I mean, this is hard just to hit the 2 ball here.
He should be okay. I don't know about making it, but he should be okay here. He's probably going to try to bank the 2 ball 2 rails back up to the end rail.
He was trying to make it.
Did he get a roll?
Nope. Dennis got a roll. Dennis got a big jelly roll there. The 2 rolled up perfectly. The 3's right inside of the side pocket here.
Yeah, I don't see no problem. The only problem I see here is from the 5 to the 6. So why are you leaving us so early, Jay?
Well, I got a kind of an important meeting tomorrow evening not tomorrow, Wednesday in Los Angeles. I wish I'd have scheduled it at a different time, but I can't change it now. I had no idea beforehand this event was going to be quite as interesting, as exciting as it turned out to be. I'd love to be here for the 10-ball tournament. Believe me.
That's going to be a great tournament.
I mean, this one pocket field was as strong a field as I've ever seen.
Yeah. There wasn't no slouches in there that I know of.
Where'd you come out in the 1 pocket?
I was 1 out of the money, Jay.
Well,
I just didn't show up, sir.
Listen, it was an accomplishment to make the money in this field. Dennis looks pretty good here.
Yeah, I don't see no problem here. Looks like Dennis is going to make it 11-3.
Man, it still sounds lopsided, doesn't it?
You think? But we need to win one. 2 Filipinos has got a hold of us.
Oh, yeah.
Well, really, again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Predator Pulls and Cue, which is the official cues, Simona's Cloth, which is the official cloth, Airman's Pool Balls, Ashley Furniture for donating that $15,000 worth of furniture that somebody's going to win. All it takes is a $10 ticket. Hertz Rental Car, which is the official rental car, Inside Pool Magazine, Radio 1, the Beard Factory for the official supplies, and ProPool.com stats with Ron Hoffman, sorry about that, and Mike Moon. They're doing a really great job. Uh-oh.
Look out, Dennis. He didn't need to look at this shot. Look at this shot. The 10's right in front of the corner pocket.
Houston.
Looks like Shane's got a gift here.
Houston, we got a problem.
I think Shane will just play the 2-10 combination,
sure.
Right?
Is that what you'd shoot, Jay?
Every single time. 10's sticking out a little bit, but all he's got to do is hit the high side of the 10, and it's got to go.
Oh, this is a look.
Game number 12 to Shane Van Boening. Charlie, I heard you're in contention for the Moscone Cup team this year. Have you played on the Moscone Cup before?
No, sir. Actually, I like to write a lot of things down. And one of the things that I wrote down at the beginning of the year is within the next 2 years, I want to be on the Moscone Cup team.
Well, I wish you luck, and I think you'd be a great addition to the team. Anybody out there listening, put the Hillbilly on the team. He's an exciting, entertaining player, and he's a great player. He plays great under pressure. And that was a unpaid commercial for Charlie Bryant, but I'd love to see you on the team.
Well, I sure appreciate it, Jay. Thank you very much. I would love to be a part of it. I mean, I really, really would. I think I would be a good addition, and I definitely would be good for the show.
We need to shake up the American team a little bit.
Yeah, we do.
I don't think he made anything on that break.
Nope.
Yeah, Dennis jumped right up out of the chair.
He's got a little tough shot here on this one ball.
Dennis leans over to see if the 2 will go down the rail past the 5.
I mean, again, Jay, really means a lot to me. I'd love to have a shot. Well, we just got some stats. Dennis is shooting an 840.
He came way up.
And Shane is shooting a 962.
Well, this is world-class pool here. Dennis can cut that 1 in. The problem is, what's he going to do with the 2?
He's going to come around 3 rails. But he's got to be careful of the scratch off the 7 in the side.
He got down below it.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't quite get there. Didn't
Wow.
quite get there.
He spun that ball more than I thought he could.
I think it was more than he expected, too. I think he thought he was going to come a lot shorter. He'd have been all right if he ran into the 5 ball.
Yeah.
This is a tough jump shot. Charlie, he's got to jump two
time
balls.
to go airborne.
Yeah, but
he's got to jump 2 balls in a short amount of distance.
yeah, this is like a helicopter shot. You got to go straight up and come straight down. This is what I call an extreme jump shot, and he's got to jump that full 6 ball and hit the edge of the 2.
It's a tough shot. I mean, as long as he gets over to 6 and don't jump too far, it's a pretty easy shot because it's so close to the hole. You know, the one thing that's tricky about the shot, because he's so short, I don't know if he can reach it or not.
Yeah, he's got to climb up on the table. He's got one leg up on the table. Wow.
Wow, what a shot. Perfect.
Put that one on the highlight reel.
Yes, sir. The J Penna shot's what they said for the hillbilly. The helicopter shot. Boy, he did make a great shot there.
I don't really see any problems with the rest of this rack, Charlie.
No, I mean, the only problem is here, he you know, is from the 4 to the 5 a little bit. He may have hit this ball too hard. He did hit this ball too hard,
Why
Jay.
did he have to do that? I didn't understand that. It just didn't seem like it seemed like all he had to do was roll down to the end rail. I thought that was easy shit.
He had to at least stun it. And I don't understand why he didn't come between the 10-9. I would have came between the 10-9.
Now he's got to bank the 5 ball and go 3 rails for position on the 6.
You know, he may not bank this ball. He may just bank it 1 rail over and freeze the cue ball to the back of the 6.
Dennis is shaking his head now. He doesn't understand how that happened. But he way over hit that 4 ball, Charlie.
Is he shooting at it?
He must be playing it. Well,
banked it short.
Well,
this ain't the Dennis I seen in Vegas.
I jinxed him. I said it was an easy out, and he
Why'd you do that, Jay?
Well, I'm betting on Shane. No, listen, I want to see a good match. I want to see Dennis play good.
You know, I mean,
that was an unexplainable error to me.
For sure. For sure. It's a tough shot here. He's got to come with it a little bit.
Yeah, but it's kind of like a gift. He
Well,
never expected to be back at the table.
For sure. Well, yes, sir.
Perfect.
Hit it good.
Perfect.
As long as he don't get straight in, he's perfect.
He's got a nice angle here.
Now here on his 7 ball, he don't want to get straight in, Jay. He just want to come off the rail about a ball.
About like this right here.
Well, he come out a little further than he would have liked to.
But Shane,
he's fine.
Yeah, he'll spin that ball in and draw straight back.
Yeah, I mean,
he shoots these shots so good, Charlie.
Oh, yeah. He almost missed that.
Well, he uses the whole pocket. He doesn't waste any bit of the hole there. You know, these are tighter pockets on this table. You know that already. You played on it.
I'm a witness of that.
Yeah.
I hope to get 2 or 3 more matches on this thing to over with.
Game number 13 for Shane. He leads 13-3. This is totally unexpected. Everybody thought this would be a close match. And it was a runaway. Well, he had him 10-0.
Have you ever been down 10-0?
I'll tell you about a bad experience I had.
Oh, God, here we go. I shouldn't have said it, y'all. I'm sorry.
I played in one senior tour event in my life, the one they had, a Mizrac tour event in Reno, and I was in the money. I won 3 matches, and now I'm playing Buddy Hall.
You mean you beat somebody?
I beat somebody.
Oh, my God, Jay.
I used to be able to play in another lifetime. Anyway, now I'm playing Buddy Hall, and I did not shoot at an open ball till the score was 7-0. And Buddy Hall is the only guy who ever beat me 11-0. And after the match, the only thing I could say to Buddy is, "Thank you for the pool lesson, Buddy." So was I ever down this bad? Yeah.
If he can see that break was 24.1, I think I heard Scott just say.
Yeah, his breaks have been between the 24 and 25.
Uh-oh, somebody's talking about me on the forum. Can you imagine that?
What are they saying?
I don't know.
It's got to be all good. Well, it looks like can he see the whole 1 ball?
No.
We can't tell from here.
I think all he can see is the left edge of it.
Will you push out here then?
No. If I could see the left edge of it, I'm thinning it and I'm coming around.
Trying to hide the. You don't think
I'm
he could
using
hide
this-
the cue? Could he hide the cue ball behind the 2? Not enough. He can't see enough of it.
He would
to
have to
slide
see
over.
full ball there.
Yeah.
To be able to do that. And that's such a delicate shot because it's a draw shot. He's probably going to roll out if he
Well, he's
can't
got
see
the
it.
option of pushing out. Might just, if you can't think of what to do, I say, why not push it? Well, now it looks like he's shooting almost straight at it. He'd like to bank that 1 back down table and leave the cue ball up there, but he's going to. Yeah, he's trying
Well,
to
he's gonna
use
use
the
the
10.
10.
Just
Yeah.
use the 10.
Good shot. I didn't think he could see that much of the ball. I thought he could only see the left edge of the ball.
Shane has had this table down much better than Dennis in this match.
How you like this, Jay? Somebody just told us, great commentary, better than ESPN by far.
Yeah, well, I'd like to get paid like ESPN commentators, by far.
Wow, Dennis just made a great shot.
What's he going to do here, though? He's got to play safe.
He's going to bank the 2 over and use the 5-7 wall or either the 7-8 wall. He's going to draw the cue. He's going to draw the cue ball over close to the chalk, Jay.
Right. He's just going to use these balls for blockers, but it's a pretty big hole, and as you can see, it didn't work. Shane can see the full 2 ball. The 2 can go. It's a very difficult long-distance cut shot.
He should be okay. He's going to go ahead and shoot at it. I mean, the great thing about it, he's got a couple blockers up there in case he misses the ball. He was looking at coming around 3 rails and maybe bumping the 3, but he may only go 2 rails here, Jay, and shoot the 2 in the lower right-hand corner pocket.
I think he's got to just try to cinch this ball. He did too. Well, that was a little unlucky to run into the 6 like that.
Yep, Dennis left him a little winder there. Got to stay away from winders.
Just a delicate little safety here. Got to come off the edge of the 3 ball. Do you come off the edge? I think you come off the edge. He's going to have to use the 4 for a blocker, right?
Yeah, I would what I would do here, I mean, if he can see at least three quarters of this 3 ball, just bank 3 up behind the 4. If he tries
he's hitting it soft.
If he tries
he's hitting it soft. Yeah, he's just trying to use that 4.
He left him an edge.
That's the first safety that Shane didn't execute perfectly. He needed to go about 2 inches further with the cue ball.
Now, Dennis has got to hit this ball with center ball to make sure that he don't hit the 6. If he uses any kind of spin, he runs into the 6.
Yeah, it's the danger here. He can come 2 rails out of the corner after he hits the 3 and run into the 6.
So he may even have to use a touch of inside to get around the 6. I mean, this is a tough shot. He's got to hit this ball super, super thin. Yes, somebody said I got to be from the East Coast. Yes, I am. I'm from the mountains of North Carolina. This is a touchy shot. He hit it too soft.
I don't know what I think he was trying to put the 3 ball behind the 4, and he just didn't hit it hard enough.
He was trying to put the cue ball on the other side to 6.
That was a real touchy shot.
It was just tough. I mean, he had to hit that ball super, super, super thin, Jay. It's what we call feathers.
Well, this is a tough cut shot here. Or Shane might just be playing. You know, he can knock the 3 away and just stick the cue ball right there behind the 4. Kind of like that.
Unless he makes the 7 in the side.
Oh, no, that's not what he wanted. He didn't want to make that ball. Can he jump over that ball?
No, he's got to kick 1 rail to the left-hand side rail.
Well, that would have been a great safety. That would have been a game-winning safety. Instead, he played it on himself.
Again, y'all, anybody that wants to go check out my website or leave me contact info, it's info@hillbillyonthehill.com. And my website's hillbillyonthehill.com. I got some brake tips on there right now. And like I told Jay and stuff earlier, I'm getting ready to put some lessons up on there where you can come in and just rent videos. I'm not going to do no DVDs for a pretty good while. You can come in and rent different lessons that I have for like $2.99, $3.99, $4.99 for like 5 days. We got a little fortunate that ball double kissed to leave Dennis.
You know, Charlie, that's a real hard kick shot when the cue ball's that close to the rail, and you got to have the right angle to make. Just to hit that 3 wasn't that easy.
No, it wasn't. But he, you know, what he did there, like a lot of players like to do, they like to use low English and shorten the angle back into the object ball.
Dennis trying to cut this ball in.
He should be able to make this ball. Should be a pretty easy shot as long as he don't stay.
When you're using the bridge, well, he got a little fortunate there because Shane's jacked up over the 4 ball. Otherwise, it'd be a good. Now it's a real tough cut shot. These guys keep leaving each other tough this rack. It's got much tougher because he's got a bridge over the top of the 4.
It's a tough shot, especially when it comes to speed.
Got to put a thin hit on this 3 ball.
My normal break speed now is just asking me, I mean, today I went over and broke a 30.3 and kept the cue ball on the table. Yesterday I hit a 31.7. I would go to Iraq for an exhibition. Somebody just send me, I mean, if somebody's interested in me coming over and doing something, contact me at info@hillbillyonthehill.com or charlie@hillbillyonthehill.com.
Well, Shane exhibited a real nice touch on both those shots, the 3 and 4 ball, and now he's back in line. What's that famous line? There's a hillbilly on the hill. Well, there might be a Shane on the hill.
I got a new saying for that. Now I ask the crowd to say it, and whenever they say it, I go .com. I just did that at the Texas State Open for the first time, and everybody cracked up.
Well, this 10 ball put Shane on the hill, be leading 14-3. Let's see how long we've been playing here. Let me see what time it is. Boy, this has been fast. This is like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I thought this match would be at least 2 hours, two and a half hours.
I thought so, too. I was predicting a 2.5 hour match, and it might have been if it was a close match. Not that it's over, but it sure is.
Hillbillyonthehill.com. I sure appreciate all y'all support out there, y'all. I just love to do some great things for y'all, and one of these days we will.
Charlie, you do great things every time you show up at a tournament. You're a big plus.
Thank you again, Jay. Just doing with the gift of good Lord gift.
This looks like a nice break if he makes a ball. I don't see anything going in, though. Well, Dennis comes to the table. He's got an open table. But he's had an open table several times and failed to get out. I mean, anytime you got to run 10 balls, it's never easy. But you like them being all out in the open like this. There's no balls tied up here.
I don't see no problems. He's just going to float back up to about the spot, maybe a little higher. And
any problems here will be self-created, Charlie.
The only problem I really see here is maybe from the 3 to the 4. You know, the 4 is a little bit of, he'd have liked to got a little steeper angle here.
Yeah.
See, here he's just going to have to go 2 rails. See, I think he would have liked to have got enough angle to be able to go 2 rails and shoot the 4 on the side, but now
he's got to go back and forth.
Oh, he's spinning this ball.
Yeah, he's got to go back and forth here.
That's a great shot. He took a risk, he almost scratched in the side. Somebody just said I ought to change the nickname to Charlie.com Bryant.
Look at this.
He got a little lucky there.
He missed that ball. Dennis is just, he's totally out of sync right now. He's so buried in this match. He got very fortunate that the cue ball hid behind the 9. I think Shane's got to kick at this ball. I don't know if he can jump this 9 ball. I think he's just got to kick 1 rail and try to make a good hit on it. He's looking at going 2 rails out of the corner and hitting it.
This is a deep kick. He can't spin this ball very much. He's got to only use like a quarter tip. If he gets out 3/4 tip or anything on this ball.
So you're talking about just a little bit of right English, right? Just
if he uses too much, he's going to miss the 4.
Yeah. Oh, I think he'll hit it. You called it. He missed the ball.
Because he spun the ball too much.
Maybe he should have just hit center ball.
He needed just a little bit to help the ball transfer from the first rail to second rail. He just didn't need the angle to increase from the first rail to second rail.
It sure looked like a big ball to hit.
Yeah.
And the one thing you don't want to do is give up ball in hand.
I call it ball and Paul.
You hillbillies, I don't know about you guys. You know, I grew up in Dayton, Ohio, and there are a lot of hillbillies used to come up from Kentucky.
Did they talk like me?
Like they're your cousin, man.
Sure they wasn't my brother?
Well, Dennis is looking good here. Went a little bit far. He's got to stretch a little bit. This is an awkward position for a right-hander. The Filipinos shoot behind their back better than anybody else in the world. Every one of those guys can shoot behind their back.
He's got to float this ball with a little center inside.
No problemo.
Good shot.
Dennis is going to win his 4th game. He trails by 10 games. It's 14-4. Got a lot more good matches coming. What's the next challenge match they're going to have on this table? Do you know?
I don't know for sure. I don't know if they're having any more, Jay. I
Hey,
think
I'll
this
tell
may
you
be
what.
the last
I'll
one.
tell you guys what. Tomorrow, I believe at 1 o'clock, they're going to play for the hot seat. Efren's going to play Shannon Dalton. You've got to watch that match.
That's going to be a great, great match.
I'll be on an airplane when that match is being played. I'm going to see if J.R. Calvert will send me a DVD of that match. I know that's going to be a good match. So tune in tomorrow, early in the day. Let me see if I can find out for sure when that match is going to be. The hot seat match for the 1 o'clock, and it's going to be on TV. I'd like to let people know. Shannon Dalton and Efren Reyes. I think it's got to be.
Jay, I kind of think it's at 4 too.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, it'll be tomorrow afternoon.
Well, the new stats is Shane Van Boening is playing a 9:51 and Dennis Orcollo is playing an 8:51. So Shane dropped a little bit and Dennis went up a little.
Well, 950, as you know, is still a real high rating.
Wow. Yes, sir.
Well, Shane can only see the edge of the 1 ball. It looks like he's trying to bank the 1 into the 8.
Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to say.
No, he comes short. He comes short, but he's going to put the cue ball behind the whole wall of blockers.
Wall of balls, Jay.
Oh, wall of balls. Okay.
It's a pretty easy kick. I don't see any with him not hitting this ball.
Well, it's a big ball to hit, but it's hard not to give up a shot on this.
I don't know if he's going to kick it hard and try to get something to happen, or is he going to... Yeah, he kicked it firmer. Uh-oh.
Here comes... There goes the cue ball.
Here's the ball in the ball.
That could be Dennis's last visit to the tape. That's the one. We just got confirmation. Shannon and Efren will be at 1 o'clock tomorrow. That's for the hot seat. Excuse me, at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you. Be at 4 o'clock tomorrow. That's for the hot seat.
Well, I'd like to thank Jay. I'd like to thank goodness gracious.
You'd like to think goodness gracious?
Yeah.
Me too.
I absolutely had a brain for her, Jay.
Well, let's see if Shane can put the finishing touches on this match. He's a pretty good closer, if you know what I mean.
What I was saying is I'd like to thank J.R. Calvert for the update with Inside Pool Mag. He really does a great job, don't he? He's one of my sponsors.
Great magazine, too.
Yeah, I don't see no problem at all here.
A lot of people would have come up above and shot the 7 in the corner. He slow rolled that ball and shot the 7 in the side.
KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Oh, wow, he got a little straight in. He's going to shoot this 10 from the backside. Or either he's going to pop it in.
Yeah, no problem. And that'll be the coup de grace. Shane will win this match 15-4. Charlie, it's been a pleasure working with you this match. I really enjoyed it. Hopefully we'll get a chance to do this again sometime soon. I hope you do well in the 10-ball tournament. I wish you the best. You got
did you forget about me? I'm playing in 8-ball too now? Come on.
You're playing the 8-ball too? You're playing all divisions. When does the 8-ball start?
It starts tomorrow morning.
Okay. Once again, for Taylor Road Productions and the Galveston World Classic, this is Jay Halford and Charlie Bryant. Thank you all very much for watching.
World's greatest players in the 8-ball division.
We said something about it. We already said something. The one 8-ball who? I just got an update from Joey A that we're going to have a
I'm out of here in the morning.
8-ball match at
Thank you so
1
much.
o'clock. And again, Jay, I really enjoyed this, and I'd like to thank everybody out there and thank all the viewers. And I'd like to thank Taylor Road Productions for giving us this wonderful stuff, and just God bless everybody, and y'all have a great night. And
Long time for me. Let me slide back.
yeah, thank you.
Testing, testing. One. Christina De La Garza here with Shane Van Boening and Dennis Orcollo, our two challengers. Congratulations, Shane, on your match. How do you feel about this?
Pretty good. I mean, I only made maybe one mistake, you know, and I did pretty good. So
Yeah, well, Dennis, I want to ask you. You really didn't get a maybe but one chance at the table until you were down 9-0. How do you stay in a match like that mentally when you're not really getting any offensive chances at the table until late in the game?
Yeah, I do nothing and he break line out. Then the ball wide open. Still, and every time he broke, you can see the ball. You can run out and then he could change play consistent. Yeah, he play very well. Yeah.
Great. That's something else I wanted to ask you about, Shane. You were breaking well, and you made the 10 ball a couple of times on your break. But also, were you racking? People on the stream were asking if you were racking the balls in a specific order. Were you doing that? I know the 3 and the 2 are supposed to be racked on the corners, but was there any other strategy to the way you were racking the balls to keep?
I just had a little gut feeling, the 1, 9, and the 5, and it's just a little habit, But other than that, it's important to put the 2 and 3 in the corners. That way they can go down in the corners. So.
Okay. Well, is there any chance you guys will be matching up again in the green room at all this weekend?
I don't know. Because there's a tournament. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I'm willing to play again, and then uh, maybe better
Okay.
next year.
And what about you? Do you have any people lined up? Any specific Filipinos? You know, everybody's going to want to play you after tonight's match.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I want to try to win the tournament. Probably gonna have to wait until after the tournament and then, have fun.
Okay. Good. And how do you feel about the 8 ball? And do many of the Filipino players play the 8 ball? I know you guys play a lot of rotation and a lot of 10 ball. How are you with 8 ball?
Yeah, eight ball is good game. I like that game. Of course, Filipino player, so he plays rotation. So I think so. So all the guys they're ready to play the eight balls. So it's a good tournament. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Congratulations again on your win. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, guys. We're going to have the finals of the finals of the winners bracket for the one pocket tomorrow at 4 o'clock with Shannon Dalton and Efren Reyes. So tune in then. Thanks, guys.
Maybe you